So, yesterday was one of those days where I pushed way too hard against the clock, but not against the wrong work. I ended up waking up around noon because I was up most of the night working on my Survivor parody project. And when I say working, I mean finding very specific shots for very small amounts of progress. I only moved the project from about 31 seconds to roughly 40 seconds. But those seconds were expensive. I was trying to recreate a very particular kind of shot from an early Survivor episode. A presenter walking up to a plane while the camera tracks him, then holds perspective through a window as he explains what's going on. And that's where the AI tools really started showing their personalities. One generator is fast and great for experimentation, but it absolutely refuses to keep a character's face consistent. The other can maintain continuity, but it's slower, it's finicky, and every attempt costs credits. So I spent hours trading speed for control, control for patience, and patience for sleep. Eventually, I got the shot, but by then it was 4 in the morning, and my brain was basically running on fumes. Even so, I still forced myself to do 15 minutes of line drawing before bed. I was half awake drawing one of our cats, but I promised myself I'd draw every day, and I kept that promise. No drama, just doing the thing. I finally recorded a very quick update video, went to sleep around 5, and woke up the next day knowing I really need to get helped by a bedtime again. 7 hours of sleep is fine. 5 isn't a lifestyle. The rest of the day slowed down in a good way. My mom and sister were making cornbread using an AI recipe, which turned into its own experiment. One batch was great, the other didn't quite know what it wanted to be. Good flavor, questionable texture. Honestly, that felt very on theme. Later, before heading out, I watched a few new videos from a channel I like. Dark comedy, very creator focused, and one of them really hit. It was about a character trapped into making endless content forever, even though he desperately wants to stop. Funny, sure, but also uncomfortably familiar when you've been iterating for hours. At the church Super Bowl watch party, things were calm. Mostly older folks, polite conversations, good food. I felt a little out of phase, but not in a bad way, just observant. One story that stuck with me was hearing how someone decorated their home. One choice led to another. Flowers didn't fit, so they added a painting, which made the floor feel off, so they added a rug. And eventually it all clicked. That's the creative process in a nutshell. You don't plan the final result. You discover it by responding to what doesn't fit yet. When I got home, I went right back to work. I had to wrangle a camera, move through the trees over a beach into the ocean, and for some reason, the generator kept spawning a random person diving into the water. Not ideal. That took a lot of prompt refinement, a lot of patience, and a lot of trial and error. Once that was solved, the rest went quickly. Sea life shots are forgiving, especially when they're on screen for a second or two. Editing wise, I even had to build a tiny custom clip just to handle a zoom and crossfade properly. Small technical stuff that no one will notice, which usually means it was done correctly. I ended the night with spaghetti, a great video about Unreal Engine history, finished a Brain Jam extra segment, and now I'm here recording this before doing my line work and calling it a day. The takeaway from all this isn't that I worked too much. It's that I need better boundaries around when I work. The curiosity and persistence are good. They just need a clock. Anyways, that's the update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.